As we navigate the intricate corridors of the international political arena, we are constantly reminded of the shifting dynamics that alter the balance of power across the globe. Our focus tonight rests on a matter that has been making waves in recent headlines, sending shockwaves through our nation and posing severe questions on national security. Our topic for today: has China planted moles in the U.S. Navy? We delve into a narrative that is the stuff of thrilling spy novels, except it is not fiction, but a stark and alarming reality that unfolded right under our noses. Earlier this week, 2 U.S. Navy sailors were charged with providing sensitive military information to China. Their identities: a 22-year-old naturalized U.S. citizen, Jin Chao, a U.S. citizen, Jin Chao Y, and Wenheng Zhao, a 26-year-old officer. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. Please subscribe, like, and comment to boost our videos. Now, let's begin. What are the charges against them? They stand accused of leaking critical information, details on U.S. military's wartime exercises, naval operations, and technical material. Information so sensitive that it could potentially jeopardize not just our strategic military edge, but also the lives of our servicemen and women. Let's pause for a moment to consider the enormity of this revelation. 2 individuals, both serving in the U.S. Navy, were allegedly working as moles for China. Is this an isolated incident, or does it hint at a larger, more pervasive issue? Have the invisible lines of loyalty been breached more widely than we realize? Or perhaps even more concerning, does this signal a systematic penetration of our defenses by foreign powers? Ladies and gentlemen, it's high time that we address the elephant in the room. Espionage has always been part of the international political game, but when it encroaches on our national security, that's where we draw the line. Now, let's turn our gaze to the 2 men at the center of this storm. Wei, an individual who only recently pledged allegiance to our flag, stands accused of betraying his newly adopted homeland. Born in China, Wei was approached by a Chinese intelligence officer while he was applying to become a U.S. citizen. This Chinese agent persuaded Wei to leak sensitive information about the U.S. Navy's operations. This included detailed information on the weapon systems and aircraft aboard the U.S. Essex and other amphibious assault ships that act as small aircraft carriers. What drives a man to turn his back on his country, on his comrades? Is it greed? Is it allegiance to his place of birth? Or is it a misguided sense of duty? As we ponder these questions, we must also turn our scrutiny to the broader implications of Wei's actions. Likewise, when Wenheng Zhao, based at Naval Base Ventura County, north of Los Angeles, is charged with conspiring to collect nearly $15,000 in bribes from a Chinese intelligence officer in exchange for information, photos, and videos involving Navy exercises, operations, and facilities. Zhao's alleged betrayal, too, involved handing over plans for large-scale U.S. military exercises in the Indo-Pacific region, arguably one of the most strategically important locations in contemporary geopolitics. We must ask, how were these men recruited? How were they able to carry out these alleged betrayals without being caught sooner? And perhaps the most unsettling question of all, are there others still out there? Ladies and gentlemen, these incidents are more than just individual acts of betrayal. They underscore a broader strategy that our nation's adversaries are employing in their efforts to gain an upper hand. They are reminders of the silent wars being waged far from the battlefield, wars that threaten our national security just as potently. Espionage might be an age-old practice, but the audacity with which these acts were carried out raises many concerns. As we dive deeper into this murky world of international espionage, let's remember that these incidents aren't just about Wei and Zhao. They are about our nation's defenses, our response to such betrayals, and the measures we must take to protect our national interests. Next, we will delve into the Justice Department's response and discuss the implications for the U.S. Navy and our broader national security. Justice Department's response to these unsettling revelations was swift and uncompromising. Matt Olson, the Assistant Attorney General for National Security at the Department of Justice, declared that these incidents exemplify the extent to which the Chinese government will go to obtain critical national defense information. He asserted the charges reflect that China stands apart in terms of the threat that its government poses to the United States. China is unrivaled in its audacity and in the range of its malign efforts to subvert our laws. The Justice Department has charged Wei and Zhao under a rarely used Espionage Act statute, which makes it a crime to gather or deliver information to aid a foreign government. If convicted, they could face lengthy prison sentences. Wei, for instance, could face up to life in prison, while Zhao could face a maximum sentence of 20 years. But the question remains, what can be done to prevent such security breaches in the future? At the Pentagon, Brig. General Pat Ryder assured the public that policies and procedures are in place to safeguard sensitive information. If those rules are violated, appropriate action will be taken, he declared. However, he refrained from discussing any specifics about these cases. The details of these cases have shaken the foundations of our national security apparatus, igniting a call for more stringent protective measures. The challenge now is to balance the need for effective counterintelligence with the rights and freedoms we hold dear in our nation. What can government and the military do in the wake of these revelations? This includes a deep dive into how U.S. can tighten its defenses, improve its counter-espionage measures, and ensure that those entrusted with nation secrets are worthy of that trust. Stay with us as we continue our in-depth analysis of these events, their potential implications, and the road ahead. So, where does the United States go from here? A question echoing in the corridors of the Pentagon, the Department of Justice, and indeed, the minds of concerned Americans across the nation. It is necessary to remember that these instances are not isolated, but rather represent a continuing pattern of state-sponsored espionage. In light of this, it is crucial that we adopt an approach of constant vigilance. Indeed, the cultivation of a robust culture of counterintelligence within our military and intelligence services should be a paramount objective. This involves not only strict adherence to established protocols for safeguarding classified information, but also fostering an environment where personnel feel obligated to report any suspicious activity without fear of reprisal. Furthermore, this extends to the careful screening and ongoing assessment of those granted access to sensitive information. It's crucial that we continue to fine, tune and enhance our ability to detect potential threats before they have an opportunity to inflict significant damage. On another note, let us consider the role of technology in this battle against espionage. Today, technology has become an increasingly critical tool in both the execution and prevention of espionage. Our intelligence services must therefore be equipped with cutting-edge resources to effectively monitor, intercept, and disrupt these nefarious activities. As we move forward, we must also engage in open and honest dialogues about the threats we face. Only by shedding light on these activities and discussing them openly can we hope to raise public awareness and understanding of the issues at hand. To reiterate, while these recent events have sent shockwaves through our nation, they also present us with an opportunity to strengthen our defenses, to improve our counterintelligence efforts, and to reaffirm our commitment to national security. The road ahead may be challenging, but it is a path we must tread with resolve and unity. This concludes our discussion for today. We hope that this analysis has provided you with a deeper understanding of these recent events and the potential implications for our national security. What do you think? Leave your thoughts and questions below on the comments section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Stay connected, stay curious, and join us on this journey through innovation. Until next time, innovative checkers, keep exploring,